Look at these eyebrows. These eyebrows. I mean, look at these eye bags. Anyways, so it's like 1 a.m. I think, and I can't sleep. So I'm gonna do something about it. So basically, like, what are we doing? So for the longest time ever, like, I've been wanting to make like a manga, right? Like fucking ching chong, like anime book, you know? And I don't know, like just life. First it was like school, and then like I was like, whatever's about school, and then it was like personal issues, and then life, you know, life happens. So basically, now that I'm like older, I want to get it over with, at least like just get it out of my system, because like there's nights where like I can't even sleep. Like I'm just thinking about like making like a comic book or something, or like, you know, like it's gotten to the point where like it bugs me, like it physically bugs me. Before, like I would just be like in the back of my head, you know, like the idea of making like a manga or a comic book, and it would just be there, but like it wouldn't really like affect me. But like recently, like it's starting to affect me. Like I'm talking about, like I can't sleep, like I can't, like, you know, like when I wake up, when I'm at work, that's all I'm thinking about. Just like, I don't know, like an impulse like that I can't describe. So that's basically why I'm doing, like, you know, my own manga, and I'm basically gonna document it, like, because we're doing it like ghetto style. We're doing it like ghetto style, like we're doing it without like no professional help, like no, heck, I don't even have a computer. Like all I got is like pen, paper, you know, like I picked up like a couple of books. This is like $20, dude. Like nothing. Look, you see, like $20. And like they sell this shit like at Walmart or whatever, you know. Back when I was younger, like they didn't sell anything like that. So we're just gonna do it like the getaway, and let's just have fun with it. So the first thing I'm gonna have to do is make a power system. That's where we're starting right now. Since we're starting with the power system, I'm gonna have to do that in the morning, because it's like 1 a.m., about to be 2 a.m. and like my neighbors are gonna hear me like talk about like wasabi stuff, you know. So I'll record that part in the morning. All right, let's make the power system. All right, so the name of this manga is gonna be called Dragon Force, and this is its power system. Now, since this is like the ghetto version of making a comic book or manga, like see some misspelling, I'm just letting you know. It's on purpose, okay? All right, let's get started with this power system. All right, listen up. So the Dragon Force's power systems are called forces, hence the name. But yeah, so this is basically what a human force looks like. And within this force, there's a tank, an attacker, and a healer. So you could only be like one of each. Each of these symbols have their own like meaning. So like, you know how this is like basically it looks like a person trying to like protect somebody. That's why it's like a cross. And then an attacker, it looks more aggressive. And then the healer looks less aggressive. So whenever they're out like fighting, you'll be able to see these symbols behind them as they're like about to use it or attack. So this is like only human forces, right? Next up are mythical forces. So mythical forces are going to be different from human forces. They're like basically dragon, demons, ghosts, like any mythical creature really. Their force looks like the little crystal right here, but just with an aura around it, just to differentiate them from human forces. So there's mythical and human forces. The third force is gonna be gods and dolls. So this is basically like like a god or a sprite, a guardian, anything like, you know, like to that level. This is how their force is gonna look like, and they're gonna be able to adapt to any human force and mythical force. So they have adaptability. Now dolls, I don't think I'm gonna use dolls because like I don't think I'm gonna use it, but like I'm gonna have it just in case. And this one can use all three like human forces only. So it's not as broken as this one, but it's still pretty broken. All right, so here's a sample of how like the force would activate behind the character whenever they're gonna use it. This is like a really rough sample, but just so you guys can get the idea. So they'll power up and they'll be able to like summon it behind them. All right, last but not least, so how to weaken or destroy a force. Basically, you can weaken it by like burning it out, by using it without knowing how to control it, or attacks that are specifically aimed for a force. Now, some of these attacks could just be aimed towards the force or towards the person or both, you know, but basically like that's how you can weaken it. Now, if you get it ripped out, then this is basically like guaranteed death. So yeah, you can recover from these first two. All right, let's wrap this bitch up. Okay, so a force isn't a soul. The soul is basically like a car's battery, and the force is the battery. Why did it look like that? But yeah, so that's what the soul does, in at least in this world I'm creating. So it's just the battery, and the force is the ability. So this ends up my like not too complicated power system. I thought it was gonna be messier than this, but it's actually kind of neat. You got your human forces, mythical forces, and your basically guardians, you know, and how to destroy them and what they actually are. So wow, that's it for the power system. So let me round it up. All right, in conclusion, when you're building your what's this thing called, your power system, make sure it's like simple. Don't go crazy with it, you know, and have a lot of fun with it. I had fun creating this power system. So next up, we're gonna make like the timeline and the story. So that one's gonna be a little bit of a longer video. It's gonna probably take me a couple weeks, but because the story, like well, I'll get into it when I get into it. So next time it's gonna be timeline and story, and then we're gonna do characters, and then we're gonna do basically some backgrounds, and then we're gonna start like doing the actual comic. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, peace out.